usually in rapid bursts of improvements in technology, we feel like we're losing control, and we have to kind of assert that control back again. We do have a lot of inbound folks that come to us and ask about AI and how they could improve their respective enterprises. And we are obviously not in a business of professional services or licensing, so unfortunately we have to say no to a lot of that. But the need is out there. AI has very broad applicability, and folks have been collecting a lot of data. And the intuition is that this data, a lot can be done with this data beyond just the statistical quantitative work that is being done already. And the idea is that maybe unleashing AI and machine learning on the data can expose new patterns that can be used. So that's the intuition that drives this inbound of interest in AI. Let's imagine that we want to optimize our website. We have a website and it has a fair amount of traffic on it, and we want to optimize it. Today what you do is you come up with a new design, that's your B, you have your existing design, that's your A, you do an A/B test over 3 months, and the statistic that's floating out there is only 1 out of 7 A/B tests result in a B that's better than A. That's a pretty low hit rate for the expensive process. So what if you can actually take AI and have AI be the designer of your website? So the first question is, where do you get all the data to help it design? Well, you don't need it. In fact, the data is coming in live, online, as your end users are interacting with the pages. There's a lot of implied data in there. So if you give us that live data feed, and allow the AI to subtly change the design of your website, to try out various different designs, it can adaptively improve the design of your website. And the bonus here is that that improvement isn't just catering to all of your user set. The AI can actually automatically find the various different segments of your users that respond well to different designs and serve those designs to your users. AI is no different, being a technology, and AI is interesting because it has this property where you define the problem for the AI to go solve. You're not actually engineering the solution yourself. And so the outcome can be surprising. In fact, as an AI practitioner, I live for those moments of delight when the AI actually comes up with something that I didn't expect. But at the same time, it makes it harder to control the outcome. And so but having said this, through the years, there are many processes that we do use in AI to make sure we have a good control over the outcomes, over the eventualities of decisions that the AI may make that are outside of the bounds of what we expected, and so forth. So we are getting better and better in controlling that. Everything is an AI problem, everything. So absolutely, it can be very ubiquitous. It depends on the type of AI that you use, the availability of the data, the availability of a way to define the problem. That's the hardest part. But if those exist, then absolutely AI does apply. It's not a magic wand. It's not going to happen overnight. Look back at these disruptive technologies that have come across and have matured to a point where you can actually use them. One analogy I use is computing in the early 80s, where personal computing became pervasive. It was cheaper, everybody could do it. Everybody was running around saying, we want to computerize, but it wasn't that easy. It took us 10, 15 years to get to a point where we could actually computerize. And today, that's a laughable term. Computerize? We're all computer users. We all carry computers around and we know how to use it. But it took 30 years to get to this point, and I think that's kind of the timeline we're looking at for AI being rolled out. And it's not that easy to AI enable. I keep going back to this refrain, it is not that easy. AI is hard.